Hi, welcome. My name is Allie, and welcome to the first podcast. I don't know how people do those introductions, so welcome. I don't have a proper name yet. Right now, the name is probably Next Move's Mine. Wow, girl, that's so good. Oh my god, wow. Next Move's Mine. I have a few in mind, but I don't know why that one just has stood out to me right now. I just feel like I'm in this is my moment, my era, and I'm choosing to take the next step forward. So watch out, cause but anyways, welcome. This is the first podcast. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I love talking so much. So why not put myself in a purposeful place where I can do good with it? I love giving advice. I love getting advice. There was just some sort of spark that happened. I feel like my frontal lobe has actually just started developing. I feel like I'm actually starting to realize the world around me. I feel like I'm a different person than I was 6 months ago, which is the biggest transition I've ever felt. There's so many things that have been happening and amazing, beautiful things, so many crazy, hectic, excuse me, maybe not so great things either. A lot of not great so things either, but I like to try to see everything as positive as I can, because I mean that's life, you know, and you can't have any of the good without the bad. There's just so much that I have to talk about, so let's just get into it. So the first topic is falling in love with failure. So this has been on my mind for a long time. I have resonated with this for a second now. It's just something that I'm really passionate about, and why I chose falling in love with failing is because I feel like I've had such a trial and error point in my life where not that I was failing, but I'm putting myself out there and I'm allowing myself to love when I don't succeed on the first try. And it's really transformed my life. There's actually this book, and I haven't read it, but I'm really interested in it. He basically talks about the rejection theory, where you purposely put yourself in a situation where you assume you're gonna get rejected. And I love that. That's how you grow. That's how you transform as a person. I think there's like this one where like it's really like crazy, where you just like sit on a sidewalk where people are just walking and passing by, like in New York City. And maybe it's not weird in New York City though, because that's New York City. But you're just in a place that you wouldn't just lay down on the floor in the middle of walking traffic, and you just set a timer for 5 minutes and you do it. That's really uncomfortable and that's really embarrassing, but you are purposely putting yourself in a situation where you expect to feel embarrassed or rejected. I've been really loving the idea of falling in love with failing. I started to realize that I have the ability to create and design the life and the future that I want. It's out there, it's already there. All I have to do is walk to it. And I really believe that. And the only thing stopping me is myself. This is the only thing that is stopping me or you or anyone out there from going directly to what you want. And nothing is too big. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. If it makes you happy, that's the key. Why do I stop myself? That's a great question, Allie. Thank you for putting that on there. Why do I stop myself? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm scared to fail, which makes sense because we all are scared to fail, because that's what I feel like society kind of taught us, that failing is not a key to success, but it is. That's like the complete opposite. So I started to ask myself, what's the worst that could happen if I could fail? Well, what's the worst that could happen is that I could fail. All right, then I fail. Then what? What? Does your world stop? No. you can still keep moving forward. Life still is gonna go around whether you failed or whether you succeeded. It's still gonna go. Your world doesn't stop when you fail. But my thoughts would tell me to give up because maybe it's just not for me either. I'd fail and be like, oh, okay, well, on to the next. How are we supposed to, this is our first time living life right here, right now. What makes us believe that like we should just be born and know how to do it all? Where did that come from? Like, I'm actually genuinely curious. Like, failing is a part of succeeding and understanding what you want to do in this life. I think failure is beautiful and it is what keeps us growing. We are all learning and living this life for the first time. Well, what we know of. Why should we expect to get everything on the first go? Who taught us that failure means to stop? Failure is only a true fail when you decide to give up. When you fail, and this goes for if you fail at something you feel like you could like, or you might want to do, and you still don't know if it is what you want to do or not want to do or whatever, and you're not ready to just like throw in the towel, but you do throw in the towel because you failed on the first go. That's what a fail is. It takes a special person to fail and to keep picking themselves up and let that motivate them. As easy as it sounds, it's obviously not, otherwise we would all be masters at creating our own reality. Side note, I am really, really big into manifesting and creating my own reality. I've been reading a lot of books and maybe I'll talk about that later in another episode because I love talking if I didn't say that before. So I'm starting to believe that life is what I want to make out of it. No matter how big or small something is, it already exists of what I want. So let's say I want an Oscar. I'm gonna get an Oscar one day. Great, I can. If I truly wholeheartedly put everything into that, I actually don't have a doubt in my mind that I can make it. If you feel like something, like why do we as humans feel it is more probable for the worst case scenario to happen than the best case scenario in our life? I think that is ridiculous, and that's where we need to start shifting our mindset that it is more probable what? Or it is just as probable, if not more probable, for the best case scenario. The best case scenario, the most amazing dreamlike state case scenario is just as possible as the worst case scenario that you could ever think of, if not more probable, because you're actually aiming to get the good goal. So all we have to do is walk to it. Now, what does that mean? Meaning that we have to show the universe why we are ready to receive the reality. So you can't just say, fuck, I really want that really bad. I want it. I'm gonna write it down and put it on a little Pinterest board. That's great, I love that, and do that. But okay, now show the universe or whatever you believe out there why you kind of deserve to get that. You know, you can't just say, I want that really bad. I want it really, really bad and expect it to just show up at your door. That's great. But that's not how that works. If you allow yourself to walk directly to what you want, truly nothing is stopping you but yourself. Truly nothing is stopping you but you. It's true. Literally, whatever you want. And I've been doing this thing where it's like, what would the highest version of Allie do today? Or what is the highest version of what I want myself to look like? And if it's, I want to take care of myself, I want to nourish myself, I want to take care of my body, whatever it is. And I have like a whole list I can read, but there's a list that I have that follows these guidelines of what I want my high self to look like and what it looks like, which is great for Pinterest. And then writing down little things you can do in your everyday life to slowly walk to that reality. Just fake it until you become it. Not fake it till you make it, fake it till you become it. Because you will become it. Eventually, the faking it just becomes the reality. Because that's just how life is going to work. And isn't that crazy? Like, that's the secret sauce of life. It's like, really, you can have anything that you want. You just gotta really believe it and go for it. Just go for it. Nike, just do it. Good old Nike. Another big thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'll say it one more time. Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Honestly, this needs to be a whole other podcast because there's just so much that I can say about this. But stop comparing yourself to everybody else and anybody. Just stop. The one thing that I will say, you will only hurt yourself. Everyone is on their own path. This is the biggest thing to take away. There is no reason, really listen, there's no reason to compare when what you desire can never be taken or stolen by somebody else. Only you have that power to take that away. Only you have that power to take it away. Nobody else. If somebody achieved something amazing and great and it was your best friend, fucking be happy. Be amazing. Be so happy for them. That's so fantastic. That's not your future. That's not what you desired. Even if it was, I want an Oscar one day, my BFF gets an Oscar. Oh my God. That's fucking insane. That's amazing. Did you know that there's more Oscars in the world? Oh, stop. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody can steal what you want and what you desire. There's enough room for everybody to win at life. To be competitive is one thing, I get it. Like a little bit of competitive, I mean, I'm an actor, you have to be competitive, and if somebody gets a role over you, whatever, but maybe that role wasn't meant for you. Just stop comparing. You're perfect the way that you are, and especially if you're working toward your higher, better self, that's all you can do. Do the best that you can in this life. That's it. Just the whole thing in life is just to enjoy it, love it, breathe it, do everything, and fail to know what you want, fail to know what you desire, fail to know if you are good at something, to know if you even like it. You can change your life at 40, 60, whatever age, 100, you're still going, change your life. If it doesn't make you happy anymore, just stop. And you will also start attracting things in your life that align with what you believe now. If you are doing things that truly make you happy in this life, people will meet you where you are. And that's something that I just love, is that I'm doing things that make me happy, and now I'm aligning with people that make me happy. And it's kind of meet me where I'm at, or that's it, which is fine and great. Do your life, and who is meant for you will just come find you. And maybe they're just in your life for a little bit, and maybe they're in your life for a lot of it, and then they're not, and that's fine. That's life. It's life, and it's beautiful. Having all these emotions and feeling life is just so amazing and beautiful if you see it like that. So, how do you get out of your own way to achieve the success? Like Nike says, just fucking do it. I find that the best decisions that I've made are actually when I kind of don't allow myself to think before I do. And what does that mean, Allie? It's great. Well, the reason this works for me is because I've thought so much about that exact situation and what I would do if I decided to do something about it, but overthought too much to the point that I actually made no decision at all. So when I say that I make a decision when I don't think about it, it actually means that I've thought so much about it that I couldn't make the decision because I thought so much about it. And then when I have the first instinct thought in my body, I just go with it and I do it instead of thinking about it. Because your body will know the answer. Trust yourself, trust your body, trust your intuition, because it is telling you the right thing. That's what we got to do more of, trust yourself. So for example, I've been saying I want to delete Instagram. I'm like, I can do it. Whatever, I just don't really need to. And then one day I'm just driving, and I never deleted it. And all of a sudden I just get this impulse of, you got to delete Instagram. You got to do it. And I did not think any more about it. I let my body make the movement, and I deleted Instagram. It was deleted, I think, for a week, but it was so almost like crazy to realize that I've never deleted Instagram. Like I went every single day doom scrolling through Instagram, and I didn't realize how much I needed that break. And I made the decision when I wasn't thinking, and I let my body do the talking. Which goes for, this goes for everything and anything. Like, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were like, I love you. Oh my God, did I really just fucking say that out loud? Or I am done with you and I hate you and I want to leave. Wow, I can't believe I just said that out loud. Your body does the talking for you. That's the truest thing that has come out of you. You gotta trust it. Allow yourself to trust your instincts and your body because it knows what to do, and that's how you're gonna end up succeeding. Anyways, this is the episode, and this is something that makes me really happy. I'm really excited for this. It's just a passion project, it's for fun, but yeah, I don't want to talk about everything and anything. I have so many funny stories, so much lore. Maybe the next episode will just be something more lighthearted, like lore. I've been doing a lot of things. I really have been putting myself out there in every aspect and whatever, and it's been fun. And that's something I'm gonna leave you with, is just be in your yes era. If it's not dangerous and it's not gonna, you know it's gonna be more harmful than good, say yes, just do it. If you're like not doing anything and there's no harm in it, just do it. Like, oh my God, just do it. You don't know what's gonna come out of it. Just say yes to everything and really trust yourself, and know, and to be confident is beautiful and great and sexy. So yeah, anyways, I've been saying yes and just putting myself out there, and things have been really great. So this is me putting myself out there and allowing myself to walk to directly what I want. I don't really care. No one watches this, it's fine. This is for me. And this is, if I'm talking to my best friend out there, hey girly pop, I know I got you, I know I got you. But yeah, this makes me happy. So do what makes you happy out there and allow yourself to fail. And if you embarrass the shit out of yourself, who gives a fuck, okay? We're all gonna die one day. Happy Halloween. That was really dark, but it's true. And see that as almost relief and stress-free, because no matter if you end up being the #1 best thing in this life, no one will remember, okay? And if you trip and you fall and you do something horrible or whatever, and you just embarrass the shit out of yourself because your crush didn't like you back, guess what? Life goes on. Life goes on, and no one will remember that either. So it's a relief, Do what makes you happy, put yourself out there, fail, embarrass yourself, see it as beautiful. Everyone deals with their own stuff in their life, and nobody talks about it. I don't want to say nobody talks about it, but everyone can talk about it more, because we're all in this together. Life is hard as it is. Don't let yourself add to the equation. Yeah, so that was it. And if you have any suggestions to anybody out there that actually stayed, please let me know. I'd love to talk about anything and everything. So bye. Thank you so much for listening. Ali out.